lot of companies have, laid off the Gen Z
people.
Gen Z, especially the word they have used is Gen Z.
Gen Z is widely considered an employer's nightmare.
Employers say they've already fired some of their Gen Z hires that came on board earlier this year.
What companies are really looking into the people they are going to hire?
If a candidate is coming and if he is okay with the technical skills, we used to hire them. Now trend got completely changed. So now what exactly are we looking is that?
We have students graduating in lakhs every year. Then why do we witness majority of it unable to secure a job?
So in one college, we almost did 600 and plus counselings. Out of 600 and plus counseling, we hired into our company only one person.
How to best prepare for a job?
There is no smart work, it's only hard work. If you do hard work for 100 times, then you'll convert that into smart work.
Your textbooks are in English. 15 years of your academic education is being done in English. You're writing your exams in English. Your books you're reading in English. And after 15 years of your academic education,
You don't know how to speak.
one is unable to speak in English about himself. We have teachers and tutors and institutions who claim that they are teaching English language, and yet they do not speak in English language. Give some important tips to students based on which they can really, make a change in their lives.
If they really want to change their lives, they have to work on their strengths and skills. And second thing, they should stop comparing with others. You have to create your own roadmap. Some other person cannot create your own roadmap because you know your own priorities, you know your own schedules, you know your own strengths. The bad part is that if I'm creating your resume, that is the worst part. You have to create your own resume. That is you. If you ask me to create your resume, what am I supposed to do? I don't know anything about you. You are the best person to sell yourself.
A lot of people have dreams. How many people understand that dreams require sacrifices,
Efforts.
burdens, efforts, hard work? So is one ready to pay that? Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to the HRS Show. Today we have a special guest with us. The introduction would be really interesting, and these are his details. I require this tab to tell about him because I am unable to remember all the details about him. His profile is really heavy. All the students would really love this person now. We have Kondru Sharat Chandra, ex-Google, ex-Microsoft, ex-SalesForce, data scientist, senior product manager, B.Tech, M.Tech, M.Sc Mathematics, M.A. Sociology, and M.Sc Psychology, LLB, LLM, specialized in criminal law. Welcome, Mr. Sharat Chandra.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm thrilled, excited, and very excited that we are going to share this stage and discuss more about the students. Yeah, that's all.
It's really interesting to see that how our meeting has turned into this podcast event now.
Yeah, I remember that. I think first we have to say thanks to the PSF Summit.
Right.
So we met there,
Right.
and I think in just few seconds we had a beautiful discussion about what to do. And I think we have to thank to them.
Really. I remember we were having these discussions at the PSF Professional Solidarity Forum. They were having this annual event, right, for the students in Hyderabad. So thank you, PSF, for making this possible.
We have to thank entire PSF team for that.
Entire PSF.
Yeah.
Especially
Because of them, we are sitting here.
Yes, indeed, indeed. Especially 2-3 people, because the name who introduced me to PSF is, he's one of my mentors, actually. My elder brother's childhood friend, Abdul Razak.
Yeah, I remember that person.
You remember?
So sweet.
Amazing personality. Amazing personality. So that guy made it possible, and he was the one who invited me. And Mr. Mohi Bhai, who was the previous president for the PSF, such a sweet guy. So he called and he said that they are going to have this event, so they invited. So when I met you and the other people, it was so beautiful that how networking turns into different aspects of life. We become more aware of what's happening around us, and the world becomes small. right?
Yes.
So I remember meeting Babu as well from Amazon Prime.
Yes.
You remember him, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Yes. We hope that we'll have a trio session with Babu and you as well.
Definitely we'll do that.
And we are expecting the Abdulrazak bhai as well.
Definitely we'll do that.
Hopefully he'll be here someday. So Sharat, tell us about your journey, how the life started and how Sharat became Sharat Chandra and
Okay, fine.
Lot is there.
That will be very interesting for me only. So I started my journey from sports, not from actual education background.
okay.
So I started my career when I was second standard. So I started my career into sports.
Okay.
So I used to play martial arts. Okay. Then we've not been to schools regularly. That's a normal culture. Then after that, I moved till 10th and 12th into sports itself. And then I came to Hyderabad and I started gymnastics. And my guru name is Puli Ravindra Kumar. So then till engineering, I was into sports, completely sport, no education, nothing. So day in and day out, only workout, camps, nationals. So our thought process is entirely into sports itself. And then, so my coach said, he identified that I can study. So he asked me one day, do you want to get into a job or do you want to study? And I said, I want to do a job. So he gave me a year gap to think about it. So I was doing nothing. 1 year after my engineering, I was doing nothing. So one day he called me, he counseled me a lot and he identified my strengths and weaknesses. And he said, now you have to study, not joining into the army or combined defense. No, he said nothing. You have to study. Then I started studying after engineering. So after that, I did my M.Tech, I did my sociology, mathematics, and then psychology, and then law, and now I'm doing criminal law as well. So that's how it started. Maybe the interest toward the studies started after my engineering only because of my coach. His name is Puli Ravindra Kumar. He's the best for me. He's like everything for me.
Interesting. Really interesting how a mentor can change a student's life.
The
And
mentors,
give a complete different perspective to you.
yeah, because
Because most of the time what we think, we have seen, I guess a lot of students are aware of this happens. Every college, every institution has a different quota for students who are interested into sports.
sports.
But most of the time it has been seen that rarely that they are inspired to get back to the education track, right? So your mentor has done an amazing job.
So importantly, my mentor identified my strengths and weakness.
Okay.
So he identified that and he counseled me according to my strengths and weakness. So that is the reason I'm sitting here now.
Right.
So because of that counseling, I started my company called The Library.
That's on your chair.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
Okay. Cameraman, idhar zoom karo.
You can check this one. Yeah.
The library. That's amazing. So tell us about the inception of the library, how it started and what it was.
So the library, before that I have to say one thing. So I started teaching after my engineering, when I was engineering itself. When I was in engineering 4th year, I used to teach. I'm a mechanical engineering guy. So I used to teach ANSYS subject, finite element methods, to M.Tech people. So during my engineering days only, I started teaching. Maybe because my parents are from education background. My father is in Mandal Education Office, MEO, and my entire family is into education. So maybe because of that, I fell in love to teach.
Okay.
So that's one point. And I started teaching from 2013. So I used to teach mechanical subjects like very hard subjects like finite element methods, SolidWorks and all. And then very slowly I moved to IT.
Okay.
Then I started teaching IT. I started my career as a data analyst. So I started teaching IT skills and all, everything. Then after COVID, I started preparing for UPSC also. In 2013, I cleared my combined defense service. So I was immature at that time. I was very young. I don't know how did I clear also. Because of the basic knowledge that I have from schooling or something, like I cleared the combined defense service, I cleared my SSB interviews and all. So due to some reasons, I was not interested to join the army in as an officer. So I came back again and I started IT career.
Okay.
So coming back to post-COVID. So I have ample of time. So anyway I'm doing all these degrees, I want to read something because I missed that part in my childhood. So I want to fulfill it now. So I started reading for UPS and I got, when I'm reading UPSC books and all, I used to read a lot of things. The problems of students, how they are failing, and the students are getting suicides. And after that, when I'm reading this LLB and all, so I used to meet a lot of people, and single parents are growing more, increasing more, divorce cases, and people are committing to suicides. So I used to hear a lot of things and all. So now this is I identified this as a problem, a general problem.
Right.
Then after my UPSC preparation, one day I thought, fine, anyway I studied a lot of things. I got good experience in teaching also. Why don't I solve some problems to students? So that is where it started. So the library company started not to give a career guidance. We are here to give a career on their life. Clarity on their life.
Okay. So it's like you are making them aware of their own decisions and
Yes.
process, why they are choosing something, how they are choosing something. I have had this experience with myself that when I engaged with students, lot of students, I have felt most of the time they are like, it's not really their decisions.
No.
Whatever they are into.
No.
So most of the time it's either,
From peer groups.
yeah, like peer groups or social media or just society pressure, something like that. So very rarely that you will find people who are really enjoying what they are studying or what they are working on. So lot of the lot of the students population, they are frustrated with this thing. Subjects, they are not really into their passionate subjects. I feel there is a gap between the education system and the real-time requirement of an individual's life. Like we have colleges, we have institutions. We are really on to
Many people are there.
subject knowledge. Everybody is giving us syllabus, good lectures, and good notes and exams, exam preparations, and scores. Everything is amazing. Where is the problem? The problem is once they are out of the college,
Out of the gate.
and yes, in standing in front of the company's gate, that's where the problem comes, because the companies do not ask for the resumes. They rather look into their characters, like they are searching something. So you tell me, brother, being into these companies, you've been into a position where you have taken interviews of more than like thousands of students. What companies are really looking into the graduates, like the people who they are going to hire?
So Habib, the trend was changed.
Okay.
So we have to adopt that. So earlier, if a candidate is coming and if he is okay with the technical skills, we used to hire them. Now the trend got completely changed. So now what exactly are we looking is that attitude.
Okay.
All the tier 1 companies will look into your attitude. For example, Google or Microsoft, any tier 1 company, even I have taken tons of interviews. Even though the candidate is very good in technical, but he failed to clear the behavior round and culture round, then he's absolutely rejected.
Okay.
So which means that high importance on the core skills, low importance on the technical skills. Yeah, we should have technical skills, but core skills are very important. What are core skills here? Your attitude, the way you ask questions, the way you listen to other people, and coming to getting solutions out of their conversations, and everything matters now. If I want to give an example, I can get more developers, but I can only get few people who can ask on that product. I can create a product, but for whom we are creating these products is very important.
Right.
So they should have that kind of attitude. Business things and all. So they should be having a high quality of asking questions. They should have that tendency, nature.
The complete concept seems to be alien to students who are in colleges, because students do not hear this, that the companies are going to ask them about their culture, behavior, or social behavior. They are not made aware of these things. They're completely into some other wonderland. That's why you might have seen recent reports where a lot of companies have laid off the Gen Z.
ZNA people.
Gen Z, especially the word they have used is Gen Z. The issues were mentioned as psychological issues. They were unable to cope up with the team. The listening and receiving the
Low motivation scores.
orders from their hierarchy. All these things were issues. Attitude, ego. So these were the issues, and why students are not being trained and informed about these things.
Okay, I'll come back to from our statement. So the psychological testings are not there in 2025 only. It is there from way back.
Right.
So for example, 2013 SSB interviews, and the complete interviews are from based on the psychology. So the interviews, I remember one question they asked me in the interview room. So that was winter season. So the commander asked me, do you feel chill or cool? I said yes. Why? Because the fan is running on the high speed. Now tell me, what is the angle of that rake, fan rake? So that is a very common sense. Being a mechanical engineering students, I should know the angle of it. And they test whether it is right or not. They'll not test whether your answer is correct or not. They'll test what is the approach that you're taking. Maybe you can come to the close answer, but not be accurate. But what is the approach? So now here your problem solving skills will comes into picture.
Okay.
In the same way, now in 2025 also, what people are what companies are looking, whether you can solve our problems or not. Problems in the sense everything, Habib. It's not only technical problems.
Right.
Problems in the sense, if you have any, if you are in the team, as you mentioned,
Right.
whether you can cope up with the team or not. For example, you have multiple decisions. So how you will solve it?
Right.
How will you come up with a solution? Because question is a question. Approach might be anything. What is the best approach? If your team member is having one approach, will you accept it or will you reject it?
Right.
That will give a more impact on the culture. So that is very important. And now the students are missing that. They're not agreeing it. For example, as a product manager, if any question is coming to us, we'll not directly jump into solution. First, we'll check it whether that question is question or not.
Right.
Whether that question is question or not. That is point number one. Okay. If that is really a question, what is the problem that we are solving? Are we solving the problem to the company, organization, or to the users? So we'll break that questions into very granular, and we move to very detailed. We delve into the question and we'll see what happens if we do this and all. So that is the attitude that we should have. So what generally people does, if I ask any question, they'll directly jump into the answer and say yes or no, that's it. No, that is not the right approach. First, you have to understand the question and ask questions on that question. So that here the HR or the manager, they'll identify your quality of questions, and quality of question is very important. If you are asking any random question, they can understand it very easily. You are right or not. But if you are asking the quality of question, that makes a matter. Yeah.
Most of the time I have experienced this thing with the students and with the interviews, that people are, as you mentioned, not trained for what really is required out of them. Companies are, companies are more interested into finding people who can handle their work in a positive aspect, positive way.
True.
You should be a good team member, you should be a good team leader, you should be a positive approach person, you should be a good behavioral person. You should have a positive behavior always. As you mentioned, there are a lot of problems, not only on a subject matter like a technical issue on a technical project, no, not of that, but also the environment where you're working, the company where you're going to work. In one family, if there are so many people, there are issues, right? Behavioral issues.
Yeah,
Exactly. On the floor, there are different people from different families, different cultures, different religions, and
different
so much
opinions.
different opinions. So coming along with everyone would be a contribution to the company.
Yeah.
In a positive way.
Yeah. It's like a family again.
Family.
It's like a family. You cannot get a toxic person into their family.
Right.
They cannot do it.
Right.
So that is the reason they check that behavior and cultural rounds very seriously.
Exactly.
And now every companies are following that.
Right. And that's the reason, I had this question I was asking myself, and I would like to ask you as well, and to everyone who's of a conscious mind on this subject. our country has lakhs of graduating students every year. We have students graduating in lakhs every year, right? Then why do we witness majority of it unable to secure a job? They are unable to secure jobs. If take it a survey and you will find, why are you not able to secure a job? What is the reason?
So I'll give a real-time example. Maybe I'm the right person to answer the question because I'm very close to the students. I'll give a real-time example. So in our library company, before doing anything, we do counselings.
Okay.
One-on-one counseling with every student. We take almost 1.5 hours and more itself.
Okay.
Till they feel okay. Till we get all the information.
Okay.
Okay. And we almost, in one college, we almost did 600 and plus counselings.
Okay.
Out of 600 and plus counseling, we hired into our company only one person.
Out of 600
people, out of 600,
okay.
I identified only one person so that I felt that he is fit for my company. Only one. So now what is the problem here? Okay, I'll tell you the traits of the students whom I counseled.
Okay.
We used to counsel people who are having good technical skills, 9.8 score, and good communication skills. So they have a very beautiful skills from all 600. But why we have picked only one person? Because that person knows how to smile.
Okay. He's a positive attitude person.
Smile, this is a very big thing, and everyone have to understand this very seriously. Smile is very important, and the genuine smile is very important.
Okay.
Genuine, because I'm a psychology person, I know how to read the body language. So if you're faking the smile, I can easily catch it. And if you're listening to me also, I can easily understand, because I take classes for multiple students, hundreds of students in one room. I can understand who are listening and who are not, who are with their girlfriends or boyfriends, who are thinking about something else. I can easily identify it because we have trained on that. And now why I have hired that person? Because the only one reason, the top list, the one reason is he smiles very good, honestly. And second thing, if you give a problem, he'll not leave.
He'll try his best.
No, he'll complete it.
Okay.
See, for every problem there is a solution.
Okay.
The problem will not be a problem all the time. There will be a solution for 100%. So he will solve the problem.
Okay.
No matter how long he'll take, I don't care. But he will solve the problem. And third thing, he didn't even complete engineering also. He's not greedy on money. He's not even searching for job.
Okay.
He's having a desire to grow and learn and do something.
So his goal is more than money.
More than money, more than job.
More than job. So he's looking for like his career growth, his growth, or his legacy.
I can say life growth. He wanted to do something in his life, and he's skipping all these things like money, job, companies and all.
Maybe that's why his smile is beautiful.
Beautiful, honest, genuine smile.
Yeah.
He don't have any expectations.
Right. You described it really beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's looking for life goal.
Life goal, not a career goal.
That's making him, it's raising his altitude of behavior.
True.
So he's not agitated or irritated with small issues. And
no, he'll not be. He gave a best example recently. So he's having some issues within his relatives or college or something. So he came to me and said, sir, someone said to me like this, and I asked, what did you do? Sir, I just gave good smile and I left there. So he didn't even considering that as his problem.
So 50% of his life problems are being solved by just a smile. And not responding to the
I asked him like, why did you leave the place? You could have asked him, why sir? That is not my concern. And that's not a problem for me. He is having a problem by showing his arrogance. That's okay.
I believe most of us fall into this trap.
Yeah.
That majority of our problems are because of the responses we give to the, like negative people. We engage in their negativity. We get involved with that.
Why others are? Why others? I used to be like that.
Even I counting myself.
So now the person whom you are seeing now, right. I'm smiling, I'm cool and all. If you go back 2000, like before COVID itself, I was so arrogant because I'm from a sports. I'm physically fit. I hold muscular body. And if anyone is saying anything, just
I can give you a fly kick.
not just bang him like that.
Right.
So it happened like many times with me.
Right.
A mob attacks and all. But now I change a lot. So change is required.
Okay.
So
Perspective changes.
yeah, but because at that time I was so young, energetic, no one is there to guide. But COVID taught us a lot.
Right.
When you see people are going to graveyards, day one you're seeing that person and day two, they're not there.
I learned my lesson very recently, though, I would say. Even though I was informed, but I was not practicing it. I was informed. The thing is, one of my cousin, he's an amazing person. His name is Yaqub, M.Sc, gold medalist. So he taught me this. I was into responsive mode to negative criticism. And he called me and he said, bhai, why? If you just leave it, it's
100 problems
it's not existing. It gave me such a relief. I thanked him and I'm thanking him now as well. He relieved me. Okay. Again, another cousin of mine, his name is Asif. He's a doctor. So he keeps me reminding, you just be calm.
Calm.
Most of your issues are self-created by responses.
Don't give response first. Just if you feel that you have to respond, you have to do it. And my father practices that a lot.
Right.
So whenever anyone is asking, even though my mother doesn't like that, so my mother wants to speak a lot. But my father says, not required. He asked a question, I give the answer, that's it. Why do I want to invest more energy on discussing with unnecessary things? But when it comes to subject, he'll discuss all the night.
So there is a question I want to ask you here now. How to best prepare for interviews? Like we are talking about why people are suffering, not securing jobs, and what companies are looking into. Okay, now how to best prepare for a job?
Okay, I request every student to listen this because I'm very close to students and also I've been into teaching. So I think I can answer to this question with more clarity. So first, can you be more specific to the question? Jobs in the sense IT or government? We have both.
If you could answer on both, that would be really helpful for the students who are into hustle.
I will start with the government exams. Okay. Every student in India, they are eligible starting from 10th standard. Okay. So they are eligible for few of the government exams in 10th and after 12th and also after degree. So the common subjects, first we have to segregate the subjects. Aptitude, general English and general awareness. Okay. Common books for all 10th, 12th and also after degree. But the level of standard will get changed. Now the question is, how do I prepare? For government exams, you should have patience. Because notification will come this year. Okay. Exam will start in the next year. Result will come in after 2 years. So that might happen. It's a general thing. So first thing, you should have a patience. And there is no point of rushing. And I call this government exam, maybe I'm not contradicting it, even the UPSC, even PSUs or any other exam, the government exams, I call them as donkey games. Because how much load you take, you have to walk in that pace itself. You should maintain that momentum. So if you are loading with more subjects also, you have to go with that speed only. There is no point in rushing. Even if you rush also, you will not get it. And the secret is only revision. Maybe if you are reading Indian Constitution today, all the articles, all the appendix, all the schedules and all, maybe in the first attempt you might not understand. Okay, don't give up. Don't give up. First you read entire things, you will not get anything to your brain. Okay. Second time also you read everything, you will not get anything to your brain. But when you are reading on the third and fourth attempt, you will know what is there in the page. Now you start understanding what exactly that is, why they have written. And that is the point number one. And come to the previous year question papers. Okay. On this particular topic, how they are asking these questions. If you know directive principles of state policy in Indian Constitution, if you read entire things, if they are asking any questions also that doesn't matter to you, you can answer to it because you are reading that Indian Constitution for 5 times. And imagine if you read that Indian Constitution for 20 times, can't you answer the question?
Right.
Fine. The same applies to English and also same applies to general awareness and mathematics also.
Okay.
For example, this is very important. students will think that I'm not good in maths. Maths is nothing but it's a logical game. Okay, from here, if I want to go there, it's taking 5 minutes. From there, if I want to come here, it will take 5 minutes. This is a common sense. So mathematics, I call it as a common sense only. First, you use your common sense. And then try to solve it using the shortcuts or any formulas that you apply. And don't get scared by seeing the problems and all. That's okay. If you understand the question, it will be very easy. For example, I went to a summit and I asked a question to entire crowd. The crowd is almost 600. I asked them, I asked one question that is very interesting. Okay, what is the value of 6 by 5?
Okay.
From 100. Okay. What is from 100? What is the value of 5 by 6 by 5? So everyone gave answer. And in that crowd, there are faculties and PhD candidates, and everyone is there. So now I have to change my question. I said, everyone, your answer is correct. My question is incorrect. There is no 6 parts in 5 parts. The total is 5 parts. We are getting the 6th part. It should be 5 by 6, not 6 by 5. So what is happening here? They are not using the brains and not brains, common sense.
It's a cognitive abilities and yeah.
Directly they are jumping to the answer. Conclusion. No, they are not thinking whether this question is question or not.
Right or wrong.
Right or wrong. Whether I should approach correctly or in different ways. So they're not even thinking about it. So mathematics is, don't get scared. First sit calm, understand the question, and they're very beautiful actually.
Okay.
Very beautiful trained problems or calendar problems or ages or anything, verbal or non-verbal. It's like playing chess game or any puzzle game.
Right.
They have to think in that way. So government exam, you should have a lot of patience, umpteen patience. And you should take that load and you should maintain that momentum. Then only you will get
consistency in your preparation.
Yeah, and you can hear a lot of these things also. One person will come to you, I got 4 opportunities or 5 government jobs at a time. How they're getting? After preparing 6 years? Because they studied only 3 things. Mathematics, general awareness and English. Fine. They're reading for another 5 years or 6 years, and at the last time, last attempt or after completing the time and all, they used to get good amount of jobs at a time because they'll understand the pulse of it. So that is a momentum that they have to follow.
Of those subjects and repetition and consistency makes them like more of expertise on that, right?
What is there, Habib? If you read one book for 30 times, do you think that you have to use any smartness? It's like mugging up. You know what is there in every page.
Right.
And I want to say this also. There is no smart work. It's only hard work. If you do hard work for 100 times, then you'll convert that into smart work.
Okay, you'll understand how to use it now.
How to use it. If I'm using a Control-V, Control-C paste on the keyboard, and after that I might be using some other logic because I know the actual thing, I might be using some other shortcut. So you have to do, everyone has to do hard work, and after that only the smart work will start. It's not that, okay, that first
out new, better ways to
better ways.
Because the repetition has been so many times. So they'll find out more quick ways.
It's a sorting, it's a process. You learn it by process. Right. So no smart work.
So how about those people who are from non-IT backgrounds or even those who are looking into IT?
Okay.
How do they prepare for their IT entrances or like how to get into an
So I think we have completed this government sector.
Yes.
So government sector, the conclusion is that you should have that momentum and patience.
Right.
That is the only secret. There is nothing apart from it.
Right.
And coming to the IT. So what exactly the IT is? We have a technical roles and non-technical roles. So first we have to categorize. So what are non-technical roles? Like customer support or voice or finance or sales and all marketing. These all things comes under non-technical. So technical roles in general, I'm saying starting from analyst or data analyst to AML engineer or software engineer, this comes into technical. So how one should prepare for that? Rule number 1, don't rush anywhere. First, you identify your skills.
Okay.
Whether are you good at numbers, are you good at logic, or are you good at marketing or communication?
Okay.
First, you have to that is what we do.
Okay.
That is what the library company does.
Okay.
if you remember from starting conversation, my coach Puli Ravinder sir identified my strengths and weakness.
And strengths.
Fine, and that is the same thing that they are doing now here.
Okay.
So now you have to identify yourself what you're good at. If you're sitting under an apple tree and expecting mangoes, will not work.
I have this. Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt you.
So either you have to change the tree or your expectation.
Most of the time, when I was a student and I was looking at my elders who were into graduation and they were looking for IT jobs, we came from a small town, Shahabad, and we went to Bangalore. In Bangalore, I have seen people struggling for jobs in IT companies and all these. What I realized or observed there was this huge gap. After graduation, they are not aware of how to enter into companies or what companies are asking to them. Now, the barriers I found, the biggest barrier was of communication, the language barrier. Hardly communication is being done in English. People do not speak in
Medium of language.
here. Even metropolitan cities, maybe it happens. But most of the time in the small 3-tier cities or towns or villages, no. English does not exist so much. Like it's not a conversation as well. Very rare. Language is an issue. The second issue is if somebody is able to, the conventions of grammar may be known to a person, but the implementation of the grammar when it comes to a conversation, they are unable to express themselves. And these are basic things asked. Introduce yourself, talk about your native, how's your, what's your favorite food? All basic things I have found out in the interviews. Therein I found out the people are not preparing themselves on the personal characteristics, on the personal behavioral issues. They are not preparing themselves on the soft skills.
Soft skills,
Isn't it
which are very important.
important? So isn't it that, it should be make aware to the students who are in graduation or who are after 10th or in 10th as well, that, this is the time your textbooks are in English. 15 years of your academic education is being done in English. You're writing your exams in English. Your books you're reading in English. And after 15 years of your academic education,
You don't know how to speak.
one is unable to speak in English about himself.
Okay.
That's so horrible.
So
And I'm not talking about you to talk about nuclear science or,
General thing,
it's a cosmology or something of that sort. But it's basic thing. What? Introduce yourself. So how does one fails to speak about himself after 15 years of English
So I
education?
I can give a better answer for that.
Yeah.
First, we have to categorize the communication. So according to me, what exactly is the communication? When you speak something, whatever the language might be, whether you are understanding or not. So that is what communication according to me. Okay. And coming to the students, it's not that they don't know English. So because after doing a lot of research on students, my team identified as they are lacking in confidence.
Okay.
For example, we made A/B testings. Okay, we asked some people who don't know English and asked to speak on some topic in Telugu only, but they couldn't speak. Not in Telugu, their mother tongue also, because it's not the English first, it's the confidence.
Right.
If you have confidence, you can speak half-baked
Yes.
English also. That is absolutely okay.
Your message will be delivered
Delivered.
because of your
And
confidence.
the companies will hire that type of candidates also. I remember that.
Right. We have
If you
done
don't know English also, that's okay. But you should be confident.
Yes.
And you should be confident what do you want to deliver. Deliver what do you want to say.
Right.
That is a primary thing.
Able to deliver your message.
Message
Yes.
with more clarity.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
And you will get hired.
Right.
The important parameter here it is confidence.
Okay.
And if you know how to speak in your mother tongue, for example, Telugu or Hindi, then he can speak in English also.
Yes.
First thing, he is not able to stand up and say his own name. Leave about the English or Telugu or Hindi, Habib.
Which medium of your, what was your medium when you studied
Telugu.
your school?
Mother tongue. Telugu.
I'm from an Urdu medium school.
Yeah. Fine.
Anjuman Urdu School, Shahbad.
Yeah, mother tongue.
Yes, mother tongue.
Like we used to test a lot of students.
Yes.
When I ask him to stand up and tell his name, they'll say it very slow voice. Sharat Chandra, Habib. Tell louder. 600 people are standing here. They don't know how to shout also. Even in my class, in my sessions, I used to ask them to shout. So I used to make one person to stand near the door, and the person should call that one with a louder voice. They'll not open it. They don't want to do that. That's a fear.
Fear, right?
So now what we do that for that kind of students, we take personal counselings, we make them to sit, and now one-on-one they speak a lot.
Okay.
Now this introvert and extrovert things will happen.
So these introvert guys speaks a lot in their comfort zone.
In the comfort zone, they'll not come out of
Let
it.
you speak.
They'll not
They'll only speak there.
speak them.
Right.
That is an interesting thing.
Yeah.
When we are speaking one-on-one, they speak a lot. But
Right.
when they stand in front of, in the crowd, they'll stop it. So then we use different methods, different exercises for them to speak first. And then if they start speaking in the crowd, language is not a barrier, Habib.
Right.
And even the interviews also, if you're speaking half-baked English also, HRs will say, okay.
Right.
Why? Because this person is having a lot of confidence. And English, if they join in the company, they can learn it very easily. And moreover, what they speak in the companies, technical things more. If you are into management, you speak general things. But that's a different case.
Right.
But here the important thing is confidence. Come out of your comfort zone and speak and discuss on a certain topic. Whatever that topic might be, discuss on that. You should have your own opinion first.
Very true. Very true.
Maybe that is a correct or wrong, like no one will define that. You should have your own opinion on AI or something. Give your damn opinion on that.
Right.
And now the companies will say, okay, fine. This fellow can analyze things. So if we hire this Sharat Chandra into our company and he can analyze my products, my business, and he can give more inputs and suggestions on my product so that we all can grow.
Right. So it's like contributing, the individual contribution is restricted by these individuals who are unable to provide their like observations or their comments. It's not that they do not have any opinions. They keep it to themselves. So it's like in their mind they decide the good and bad, the right and wrong, and everything is done by themselves. So they just keep it to themselves. They are feared, or they are rather hesitated upon a thinking that what the others will decide or what the others will say to their opinion.
So what is
It's
that?
like they are in fear of being judged by somebody else. It's not at all their burden.
They feel that someone will reject them.
Yeah, it's completely a foolish burden.
Okay,
We're just taking a burden of somebody. Why do we even care what other people think of what I'm saying? I have an opinion. I'm just saying about it. I have my rights to say these things.
you have your own.
I feel is, people, when we are talking about career, how we decide career, your companionship, the group you inspired from or you aspire, the people you aspire, plays an important role in your life. So one has to be careful and be selective and be very conscious in this matter, that try to find people in your life who are making a mark in society. Otherwise, you're not going to make a mark of your own.
No.
Well, you have to look up to something, right? So if you do not have a dream, what will you achieve? If you do not have a personality, how are you trying to become somebody?
That's I call it as a requirement.
Require.
So if you have a requirement, you will do it.
Right.
If you don't have a requirement, no matter how long you practice, that will not work out.
Right.
So before that, I have to give a best example recently. So in one of the college, so one student came to me, sir, we started with project-based learning. So they started some kind of a program. So they are working with the first years. So she is a student leader. She came to me, sir, I have a problem. She took an appointment and she came to me and she mentioned that, sir, I have a problem. That we went to the first years and this is a project learning program, something I don't remember the exact name. So the problem is that the first year students are not opening the mouth and they don't know English. So what I suggested, you take a print out in a red color, no English in the class. No one should speak English. Everyone should speak in the mother tongue only. So I think that will work. Now as you mentioned, they'll stop they'll stop the feeling of judging.
Yes.
So as you mentioned that someone will judge me, so now that barrier is not there enough.
Right.
So now the rule is that everyone should speak Telugu or their mother tongue, but no English.
Okay.
So what is happening here? Okay, day one, they'll speak comfortable Telugu or Hindi or anything else. And then first week, a second week, you ask them to speak a few greeting messages in English. In third week, conclusion. Fourth week, little bit technical things. So you have to like inject very slowly. If you keep, overloaded, that will not work, I think.
Yes, it's not going to happen overnight. It will take time.
It will take time.
You will have to
So-
keep yourself into that environment.
So what are we doing here in this process? We are building the confidence. If you have confidence, no matter you learn all these things. I learned Arabic also, as you know, right?
Yes.
I read Quran also.
Right.
So it's not that hard. You should have that confidence to get things,
Right.
and that's very simple. And you should believe in yourself first. Belief is a very, very important component in life. If you believe that you will clear UPSC, you will clear. That's it. But you have to say every day, every minute,
Right.
and that will drive you to work hard. If you don't believe in yourself, and you can't do anything.
So, Sharath, give some important tips to students based on which they can really, make a change in their lives.
So first thing is that they have to work on the skills. If they really want to change their lives, they have to work on their strengths and skills. And second thing, they should stop comparing with others.
Okay.
If you compare, what will happen? You'll fight with other person. No, just fight within yourself first. Don't compare with other person or any person. Just compare with yourself. And do not expect anything from anyone. Only expect everything from you. Expect from yourself only. So what expectations? What I have to do? Whether am I doing the right things or not? Like you mentioned, whether I'm connecting with the right people or not. And that is a very important thing. So don't compare, don't expect from others. If you are following these two rules, you will work on your own strengths and skills. So then you have, and also you have to measure every day. Every day measure yourself. What are you doing? How quality of time are you investing on your skills to reach your goal? Right. So these are the two important things. And if I ask you the same question, so what is your answer then?
I would say the best thing would be, we need to understand, if I have a dream, I need to understand what I am doing with that dream. And everything comes in play. Like the people I am spending my time with.
True, that's very true.
Either they are taking me towards that dream or they are taking me away from that dream. And the things I am spending my time on, if whatever, be it entertainment or sports or anything, all my activities, every day of my life, I should make sure that, what is my participation and how I am spending my time towards my goal.
So you are saying that whatever that you do in your leisure time also, it should connect with your dream. That's what you're saying?
If I want to be a businessman and I'm watching some love stories, how it's going to be relevant in my life.
Perfect.
If I watch some business movies, then really entertainment. If I want to be a sportsman, let me watch some sportsman, entertainment stuff, because we get motivated. That's a soft power, right? So we get motivated with these things. So let me be into something which helps me, not, takes me away from these, not take me away from.
So which means that you are saying you have to be connected with your goal every day, every minute.
Always. Even with the people you spend your time with.
Okay.
Because if you have people who are naysayers in your life, who are negative, people in your life, and you spend your time with, your body, your mind doesn't understand that, because in the energy you keep yourself in, that's going to affect you. Those people, whatever the words or comments or compliments or misguidance they have, they'll always break you. Ye nahi hoga, aisa nahi ho sakta. See, as I mentioned, I am from an Urdu medium school. Today we are talking in English in a podcast. We have this podcast. So how did it become possible? It's not fluke. It's not happening in a span.
It's a long journey.
Something. It's a journey, right?
Journey.
So I am blessed by the Creator with these things, whatever you see. It's all by His mercy. And He blessed me with people who guided me, who were absolutely the torchbearer in my life. My parents, my teachers, my elders, I can name people, they really, boosted me. They really helped me. I had this teacher, she's Aisha teacher from my Urdu medium school. She was an English teacher. She was the English teacher for my school days. And she used to help me a lot. Being an Urdu medium school student, I had a lot of difficulties. So she used to help me with the basic conventions of grammar. Then I had my brothers, my most elder brother, Abdur Rahman, then Ataur Rahman. So these people are the giants on which you see me sitting here. So these people guided me. Ayub Bhai, one of my cousin, he used to teach me. He was this Haji Saab, an old age person sitting in a mosque. He was a retired teacher, but he used to take out his time to train people for free in mosque, English. So he used to teach us. As I mentioned, Yaqub Bhai was one of the person who taught me English.
Okay.
And this is how the journey has grown. And the people whom I spend my time with, the people who I kept close, they guide you towards your dreams. They tell you this is your power, use it in this way.
Okay.
And this is your positive energy, use it in this way.
Okay.
You need those people in your life. So I'm really happy to have my wife who guides me in, she supports me in my decisions, because your tough days, your decisions, it requires a lot of sacrifices, because you have to go into the same direction, right? So make sure you have people who believe in you,
Okay.
or who guide you, who supports you, not people who drag you away from your goal, not people who take you away from your dreams.
Okay.
Isn't it? I remember there's this person, there are a lot of people that I want to mention the names of now, but I'll mention few people. I have a cousin. His name is Dr. Anjum Azhar. He's been serving as a medical doctor since so many years. Lot of challenges in his life. But that guy stands tall in serving humanity. He serves a lot of people with his purpose, his own purpose. And he's growing into that.
Okay.
And he does a wonderful job of being patiently guiding and helping people into medical emergencies
Okay.
from different aspects. The same thing, I have this person called Baba Nazar Muhammad Khan Saab. Okay, we had a recent podcast. Amazing personality. Public issues, social issues, political issues. So many people come to him for help and asks him about his support and his guidance. He has a very good smile and he guides them to the best of his knowledge.
Okay.
And he'll meet you as your friend. He's an elderly person, he's a big personality, but he will not show you that. There's no attitude, there's no negative energy. He's charged with positive energy.
Okay.
So he once we meet such people, they give us more power, more energy. So they guide us in better way, right? I have this Azam uncle in Irbal sir. They run an NGO called India Baitul. Amazing people. Everyone, all students, they should have people who could be ideals in their life. But the problem with the generation now, the Gen Z we are calling, they call themselves self-made. They do not have idols. They do not have people who can guide them. Your teacher gave you a new word. He guided you. You are not having this like a perspective, right? He made you sit and he talked to you and he told you, you can do this. Those words, they instilled in your heart.
True. That's really
That sparked the energy. And you started believing in it. We need such people. So this is the responsibility of the elders as well in family. Your uncles, aunts, parents, wife, brothers, sisters, cousins, whoever you are.
Okay.
In a student's life, you could be a torchbearer.
Okay.
Instead of nagging or pessimistic talks, like you can't do this, you're doing this and that. Yes, childhood, right? Lot of mistakes. It's okay. But you need to be there.
Okay. But I have a problem here now. So you mentioned in a very beautiful way that, so in a nutshell, you are saying that we should have some mentor to guide you all the way, or else you have to identify. Okay. So coming to my career, So my coach identified my strengths and weaknesses only. He didn't hold my hand or entire journey. No, he didn't do that. He only mentioned what I'm good at, what I'm not good at. That's it. But the problem is I don't have any mentors apart from it. I know coming back, you're from a Urdu medium and I'm from a Telugu medium. So he mentioned that you have to study, that's it. He didn't say what to do. He didn't give me any roadmap. And I don't have any mentors and I have only friends from sports and they don't know anything. I mean, in terms of education. So now the problem here is, how should I create my own roadmap?
Let me be more
Yes,
clear
yeah,
with my
yeah.
statement. The names I have taken, they did not guided me.
Okay.
I, aspired them. I got inspired with their lives.
Okay.
They helped me in positive talks. They did not guide me. I did not share my, dreams with them. All I'm saying is, have good people in your life
Okay.
to whom you can look up to.
Okay.
Like, they are the good examples. They are setting good examples. If
So
they
you
are
have to
setting good
identify.
Yes, that's
You have to identify the right people first.
It's like, you are just taking a flight, it's taking you to a, height, and you can view different things from a very broad perspective.
Okay.
So you should see in your life who are the people you enjoy having a conversation with.
Okay.
It may be very different. It may be just a political conversation or something like that. But they make you comfortable. They make you valuable.
Okay.
They make you feel that you are important. Spend time with people who make you feel you are important.
Okay.
If you're not important to the people and their behavior is irrelevant, better escape that place. Better leave that place.
That's a very
because you are disrespecting yourself.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's something we must take it seriously.
I think we have to answer to this question also. So from mother tongue to
Yeah, I wanted to ask you this.
Yeah.
See, now we are talking in English language, right? None of us is from English medium school. So how's your journey? What did you do from Telugu medium to English now, the founder of the library?
So that's a beautiful journey I had.
Okay.
So I have a beautiful stories as well in this journey from Telugu medium to now the founder of this library company.
Okay.
So after my engineering, so my background is mechanical. So what mechanical guys will do, they'll solve the problems. They talk more into mechanical terms only. They'll not, and I don't have much communication skills at that time. So even I thought that, okay, I don't need it because anyway I'm into mechanical, I'll get some government job and I'll move it. But what happened, there is one placement happened in the college, that is Amazon.
Okay.
Okay. So everyone who are having a backlogs, who don't have a subject also, they cleared. But I didn't do that. No possibilities because I don't know how to speak in English.
Okay.
So that made me so mad. So and then at that time I didn't even join any government forces also. So the only one thing is that I have to crack IT jobs. At that point of time I don't have any dream of getting into IT field. No. I know I'll get a government sector job, I'll settle there itself. But once I got rejected by someone, I took it as a challenge. Fine, now what I have to do? I don't know anyone to guide me and no peer groups properly because I don't have much networking or because I only know sports people and they don't know proper English. That's by default, right? So then I have to solve this problem of communication. So first I checked myself. Do I have confidence checklist? Yes. Can I talk in public? Yes. Am I introvert or extrovert? I have to check the list. Okay, fine. I made all the list. Okay, fine. I have all the traits, all the parameters to get English. Now what I have to do? The option is that either I have to go find some faculty, okay, and learn it. So I joined in one institute for 10 days, not to learn, want to understand the pattern how they teach. So I don't want to invest much time on the trainings and all. I went for 1 week or 10 days and all, and I understood the pattern that they are teaching, and I found that is not useful for me. So what I did, okay, now I want to speak in English. That is only one motto. I used to stand in front of the mirror every day, hours and hours for 6 months. Remember this, 6 months. Every day. At that time, in 2013, we don't have a much, technology also, not that high level.
Wasn't in everyone's hand, right?
Yeah. So I used to get customer support calls.
Okay.
So every time I used to press 1 for English.
Okay.
No Telugu, nothing, only English. So from them I used to learn. Okay, they used to speak something. Mostly women will be calling and their accent is very beautiful. They greet very beautiful.
Okay.
Fine. Then I used to talk and I used to mimic their accent.
Okay.
Hi, how are you? How are you doing? Thank you so much. So when I'm calling in the from the day one caller, I used to write what they speak and how they give reverse greetings. Okay, if I say how are you, they'll say I'm good. How are you doing? So I used to note down everything. Second call, I used to repeat that. Like that, I did for 6 months. And after that, I got I had a very high confidence that I can speak anything. Then after that, I attempted for combined defense service. I cleared the government exam and all. So and then I went to SSB interviews. There I've learnt a lot, a more confidence. So I always suggest to students to appear for 2 things. One is for SSB interviews. Second is for UPSC. Whether you clear it or not, no matter.
You should
appear for it.
prepare for it.
If you prepare for SSB interviews, you will learn a lot. And if you read for UPSC, you will understand the society. And coming back to the English, that's how I prepared. And after that, I cleared all the T1 companies. Now, what is important? First, confidence that you can speak. That's it. And I have tested a lot. And then I used to go for interviews with very dirty clothes. I did a lot of testings. So I want to understand whether the HRs will accept me or not. So I went to one company, and that's a very good company, without having shoes, without having anything. With a jacket, no formals, nothing. At that time, so we have a habit of going in a formals. But
Casuals.
So I went in a t-shirt itself.
Okay.
So they didn't allow me, like you mentioned. They didn't allow me, but I waited for that. So everyone is speaking. Even I got the last opportunity like you had. I started very beautifully, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone started staring at me. And I went in the morning, I cleared all the rounds, and the HRs are so shocked. And I broke the barriers. Dressing is not at all important. You should be confident and you should explain why you came like this. And that is the most important thing. Whether you are coming with the dirty clothes or not, no matter. But you have to give the proper explanation. You have to convince them. So I learned that. So after that, I used to do all trial and error methods.
Okay.
And I used to come back again to the students. Hey, I did this. Hey, I did this. So I did a lot of trial and error methods like that. So you again, coming back to the question, how to learn? You have to create your own roadmap. Some other person cannot create your own roadmap because you know your own priorities, you know your own schedules, you know your own strengths. The bad part is that if I'm creating your resume, that is the worst part. You have to create your own resume. That is you. If you ask me to create your resume, what am I supposed to do? I don't know anything about you. You are the best person to sell yourself. So you have to create your own roadmap for anything. Sit, take a pen and paper, write it on that so that your motor ability skills or hand and brain coordination will get connected and you'll incline to it, and write it everything and check every day whether you're following or not.
Right.
And you have to follow it for next 6 months. Not 1 day or 6 days. So if you want to learn proper data analytics or coding or data science, it will take minimum of 6 months. Even if you want to clear UPSC also, it will take hardly 6 months only for prelims. But you have to give 100% efforts to it.
Right.
That's how a student should plan their schedules. No marriages, no functions, nothing. You have to control your diet. You have to eat only 2 times a day. That will be very okay. Sleep less, eat less, work more. Nothing will happen to you. You'll be very healthy. Now Ramzan season, you're fasting from morning to evening. Anything is happening? You're becoming more healthy now. More and more healthy. Your brain starts working more. You can think more. You can do more analytical things.
Right.
That's the secret now. Now the students can apply this, the same here also. Work for 6 months, you will get it. Don't compare, don't expect.
Right.
So that is the answer to your question. Telugu medium to a founder of the library company.
Library company.
Yeah.
That's an amazing journey. And it's really inspiring. I hope everyone would feel this, That's, when you see this, it's not a quick fix. It's nothing, something happened in few days. No.
No,
It's a life journey for someone from, being a person who was scared of speaking English, then to becoming a person who's taking interviews in English. Right?
And I want to say one thing.
Right.
For every student, if you are giving, so the question is, they'll get fear in the interviews. So I request to students to think on it. If you want a job, that is your expectation.
Right.
Even the companies also want candidates. Even they'll have the same fear. The person who's taking the interviews, they'll also have the same fear. In this 1 week, I have to hire 5 people and he'll get scared. Heart attack also will come. If he's not doing, he'll get pressure from his managers and the stakeholders.
Right.
So whatever the fear that you're having, he'll also have the same fear. So don't get fear. Now it's a business to business.
The only difference is he's trying to take
Understand what he wants. Tell them you have that and give it back. That's it.
That's it.
There is no point of getting fear. Whatever the need that you have, he's also having the same need.
Right.
So now if you understand this secret, no fear.
Right.
Give the interview just like they need you. That's it. It's not that you need them.
Very true. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
That we have discussed so many things. I hope it will be really helpful to the students who want to really understand how to, safeguard their dreams and how to reach out to their dreams. The thing that I really would like to emphasize here is, everyone, do not look for quick fixes in your life. Yeah, if you want to have a legacy, you have to understand it's a years together journey, and nothing is clear in the first hand. Like, I cannot tell you this is what I wanted to become and here I am. No. I had no dreams of this. I only had a dream that yes, someday I'll make an impact in the society. By what means, I was not aware of it. The beauty is when you put your God first, He guides you, He helps you, He brings people in your life.
You have to believe.
You understand, you need to understand, and you have to understand who are those people that you should be really looking up to. Because we are surrounded by other humans in our life, right? It's not that I am living alone. I am bounded with so many relationships, friendships, society, right? And the people whom I am getting inspired from, the media or entertainment or books, right? All of these things. So every time one has to understand what is it that she or he is taking to his life. Because your perspective is being built on that. Your psychology is being built on that. And that's the person you are becoming. The things you attract towards you, that's the person you are becoming. So the first insurance policy one has to do is put your God first. Ask your God.
Yes.
And always keep Him busy with you talking. And always talk to Him.
You have to believe that
The more you talk with Him, the better understanding you will have with yourself. And the second thing is, make sure that you always have your eyes on those people who are doing better in their lives. In terms of being there for others, in terms of being positive for others, in terms of being supportive for others, who are selfless. They sacrifice themselves. Those are the real heroes that one has to look up to.
True.
And the more you are keeping yourself into this, you will be a hero in your life.
Definitely.
Otherwise, you will be just a lame critic sitting in your couch talking about the world and its problems. Nothing is going to change.
Yeah.
You will have your opinion which has no value whatsoever because it's not going to change anything. No matter what you think about something, whatever you think about the politics or the current situations or the scenarios, how does it going to make a change?
Nothing.
Go sit in a chai shop, baitho sabke saath katta. You will just talk about the day and night and you'll pass on.
Yeah.
What is the change that practically one is bringing? So that student can be a hero. You look at Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Who was he? A student who was denied education. He was that person.
He's the best example.
And he became the most educated person in the society. In this country.
Yeah.
And who gave constitution to India? Imagine, it just gives you goosebumps.
We don't know what happened.
It gives you goosebumps if you think. There is a movie about him. When I saw, I had goosebumps. They denied education to a student and that boy became the, writer of the constitution to this country. That's call a dream, and that's coming back. That's something which a person has to stand for, isn't it?
True.
APJ Abdul Kalam,
Yeah.
missile man of India. India was not having missiles before that. The inventor of missile was here. Who? The Tipu Sultan. He gave missiles to the world. He gave rocket science, right?
Yeah.
The people took rocket science, they developed it, and they made missiles. Years after, a man comes from India again. Who? APJ Abdul Kalam. He uses the same thing, the rocket science, and he improves it to the best of the technology. And we have nuclear missiles today.
True.
Right? So these people are examples. They may not be close to us. We may not be talking to them.
We have to.
But reading about them, listening about them,
It's very important.
inspires us. So it gets somewhere in your brain and starts guiding you. So that's what I mean to say when I'm saying look for people in your life.
Best ideal models.
Best ideal models. We have them. It's just that we are busy with our mobiles, some nonsense online games and some talks, some brands. It's all about that. If you're doing that, how are we expecting that will change? We have dopamine mindset, quick fixes. We want things so easily in our life. We are hardly ready to, bear the burden. Now, there's one thing, Sharat, that I want to emphasize here. See, a lot of people have dreams. Okay. How many people understand that dreams require sacrifices,
Efforts.
burdens, efforts, hard work, right?
Yeah.
So is one ready to pay that? He has to understand. He has to tell it to himself.
More important.
As you mentioned, stay away from, parties and disturbances and distractions and just focus for 6 months. Imagine if one keeps a milestone for 6 months, does all the hard work possible, what will he become? A more superhuman.
True. Right? That's
And
absolutely
every time you set a milestone for yourself and work hard on it, you'll grow stronger.
perfect.
And your destiny will bring people and situations and,
They
scenarios.
come and help you.
Best example, we two sitting together here. You were not in my life before. I wasn't there in your life before. This is the destiny. This is God who makes us meet each other, and this is how we come up. So here we are today talking about our experiences, different worlds, from a Telugu world, from an Urdu world. I hope that our conversation helps students who are looking to change their lives.
Definitely.
I hope that people will understand, students especially, they understand the importance of soft skills. I hope that they understand how important it is to understand that we need to master the skill of communication. As you said, in your mother tongue, okay, but in English as well. Because what exactly are we doing? 15 years of academic education, again I'm repeating. But still we are unable to communicate in English language. We have teachers and tutors and institutions who claim that they are teaching English language, and yet they do not speak in English language.
The teach subject.
It's really irony,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's simple thing. We all need to just practice.
Practice.
And student need to have one thing. Please be valuable to yourself. Keep yourself with the people with whom your value is increasing. That's it. And rest, you will have a legacy. You will have your dreams coming true in a way that you have never ever imagined. Make sure you are with good people. People who guide you. Because your companionship will definitely shape your journey.
True. Absolutely true.
So God bless us, everyone and all the students. And we hope that more of this will come from the library and the Proton Academy. We have our academy as well, the Proton Academy. See, my grandfather was the founder of the Anjuman Urdu School in Shahabad. He was the, giant person who established this institution. Now I have established the Proton Academy. My dream is, if we understand the people who are responsible in some way, the authorities, if we understand that we can really change people's life, then more things will become easy for the common man. So your final message to the students and to our nation.
So the final message is every student should be accountable. Accountability, it's a very important thing. And apart from it, you have to plan your day. You have to plan your day or week or month, and you have to check the metrics of it. So what is a percentage that you have achieved from your planning. Maybe in 1 week you achieve 50%. Now you focus on 60% the next week. So that if you work on like that, you whatever that you're planning, you will try to execute it. So these are the two things, components that every student should follow.
Thank you so much, Sharath. It's been wonderful talking to you. Time flies with you, man.
Thank you so much for having
Amazing
me here.
discussion. Yes.
So very soon we'll be having a lot more podcasts like this with my team.
Definitely.
People are working with the giant companies.
Thank
We'll come here, we'll see,
Definitely.
we'll talk about technology, AI and all,
Right.
and maybe that will be very helpful.
Thank
And
you.
also we can get our psychology people. We
Right.
can speak more on that part as well.
Right.
Human behavior, human touch and all.
Right.
So I think we'll have a more this kind of episodes in future.
Definitely. We are looking up to that. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. This is the end of this session in this episode. We're looking forward to have Sharat Chandra and his team again with us very soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful time ahead. Jai Hind.